Thokozani, I am Paul Wabadimu, the advocate of Dlozi, and once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for choosing to view this video. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do so by clicking on the subscription button. Don't forget to head on down to the notification button so that you are notified every time I upload new content to the channel. Well, it's another episode of Dlozi Chats. Let's get right into it. So picking up from our previous conversations that we're having about on Dlozi Chats, we're talking about Isthwalo and all of that, and it piqued a lot of interest because I saw a lot of people also reaching out post that video. And thank you so much for the comments and the likes and the feedback as well I got. So I will just wrap up our conversation on this video, which is a part 2, because when we know better, we definitely do better as a people. And as much as everything is out there to us through the mediums of social media, we also need to know that what is good for us, what works for us, and what doesn't work for us. So coming back to about Izighubu. So Isthwalo I was speaking, I relayed the message of Untate Sutunze, who was I look at him as the face of Ukthwala, or the one who originated Ukthwala, because what he had, he gave unto other people. It's very important that we learn from his story. He gave to other people. You cannot give what you don't have. I always say that, whether it comes in the form of whatever. E.g., let's look at ukuthwasisa. You cannot thwasisa omunye umuntu ungathwasisanga. Uyomfundisani, uyomentisani. So it comes back to the issue of Isthwalo, and whatever you're gonna get from a person, it always stems down to the person has. So uzosuke aqaphunela from what they have, or what they are functioning with, or whatever they are using. So let's break down Isthwalo to the good and the bad. So Isthwalo ziyahluka, guys. Let's look at the general thing like Izighubu. Izighubu has different, like I said in the last video, there's over 1,000, there's over in all of these things as a corner whereby we look at Izighubu. So Izighubu is something that you can get imithi esuke ikhandiwe, and esuke iyenzelwe wena, esuke ibhekane nawe. In particular, mina, when I make Izighubu for umuntu, I consult the person first, and I get to gauge spiritually who they are, and I get to understand better, because abanye abantu they can just come to you as gogo mina ngifuna ukuthwala, and then umnikeze into uthola ukuthi ayihambiselani naye. So Izighubu is something osuke if uyithathile izohambisana nawe, whereby it connects namadlozi akho. Imithi mkhulu. Look at it as imithi yenhlanhla, imithi to attract money, imithi yokuvula kuvaliwe, imithi, but le mithi suke sihlanganisa lapho kusuke kuyimithi enamandla ezokwazi ukuthi uma siyibeka emsamo, uma ufika uyithatha into yakhona uyibeka emsamo, idonsa ilogo ilapho emsamo. So it depends on person to person, a period of 7, 14, 21 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months, because amadlozi ama awafani, right? There is a person who comes and says, Gogo, you know what, I want there's been just struggle, the bloodline has just been struggle. So umuntu onjalo yazi ukuthi umkhandelani. So into yakhona isuke ipick up igcine isimbeke la efuna ukufika khona. So mawuthathe into enjalo, there is no darkness that you are tapping into. Basically usuke uthathe into ozosuke uyibeke emsamo ezosuke ihambiselana namadlozi akho, umuthi mkhulu. So Izighubu ziyahluka khona sidla ziyahluka, but I'm trying to make you have a picture and understand ukuthi how we start and how we gradually move up, you know. So uma ngithatha into enjalo, umuntu onjalo yamkhandela, into enjalo ayenzele uyayiphahlela. That is, I also need to connect namadlozi akho, because siyayiphahlela, siyiphahlise lento sikunika yona ukuze uhambe nayo ekhaya uzokwazi ukuyisebenzisa. In most cases, ezinye Izighubu masifike ekhaya, that's why it's important that if you're given a treatment or whatever you're given, you follow it through, because sometimes ezinye izinto esuke sihlangabezana nazo ama problems asuke ala sihlala khona. So what I want you to bear in mind, remember, sinemsamo yethu esinayo at this day and age. Umsamo wakho personally, ufuna into zakho zikhanye zihambe kahle, and you want into esuke ezosiza wena. Basically, you're not just partnering for your whole family, but you're partnering for you, for your life, into zakho zikhanye. So you are able to take into efana njengaleyo ufike uyibeke emsamo wakho. So there's nothing scary about that. There's nothing dramatic about that. Into esuke izosebenzisana nawe. Basically, amandla esuke sikunikeza wona. That what we do. So, but also, kube khona igroup, because as inyanga siyahluka, umuntu usuka hamba nezinto asebenza ngendlela ezihlukile, and then umuntu, it's important that when you encounter a situation whereby you find yourself good ufuna isigubhu, make sure that you ask the right questions, make sure that you get the necessary information, because omunye umuntu uzokunikeza isigubhu, because remember, umuthi uyaphila and imithi iyakhulunyiswa, and kunenye izinto umuntu angeke akutshele kanti usuka kufakela ilwane. Sometimes into akhona uthi ayithatha uyilethe endlini, nihlikinize nibone endlini nikuba kuvela nje into ezi-weird or ezifani, or in other instances into enjalo uma usuyithathile ingangeni nawe ejardini, ifike nje egeyidini sale ngaphandle, because of Dlozi lakho does not approve of into enjalo. That is why uthola ukuthi in some other cases kunabantu weba une room lela libekayo ukuthi la ngisuke ngibeka izinto zami engisebenzisayo outside la ngiphahlela khona, outside of anything related to Dlozi, because whatever it is engisuke ngiyithathile isuke ifuna ukuthi kube nendawo yayo. Particularly ezinye izinto are as dangerous to the point whereby even if kids were to enter those type of rooms, it will not be safe for them. Abanye balahlekelwa ingqondo, abantwana uthola umntana, a lot of things happen. That is why it's important that you ask the right questions so you get the right answers from the person wherever you are taking a scoop. So then we gradually move on. Kube nescoop, for example, kuthiwa lesimele usihlabele something like a chicken. Melo usihlabele in. I always am one person, and I'm like, into esuke ifuna igazi. You always need to know that it's gonna start with the smallest thing. Chicken. From chicken, it's gonna say I want a brown chicken, white chicken, a goat, and from a goat, a sheep. From sheep, we move to cow. From cow, now it's in. So you must know that whatever it is, you are feeding lelo gazi lelo, because remember, blood is a covenant. So isvuselelo salento osuke uyinayo, or whatever it is that you have or you took, kusuke kuyigazi. So you need to maintain that thing up until ekugcineni. That is why uthola in some other cases abantu sebajikela isilwane leso suku umuntu asithathile end up sesidla umndeni because of into ezifana njengaleso. So there are people that do take those routes, bayamelana naleyo ndlela leyo, because I mean, you can never have enough of anything. You need money as a person. You need to survive as a person. So that's why I say you can never say it's enough money in my account. But umuntu sekabona yena ukuthi I've reached a certain level. Nginazo zonke igubhu. Let me take it a notch higher. Let me take it a notch higher, because look at it like you get out what you put in. You understand? So you can imagine if you touch scoops 100 rand, you're gonna get 1,000, and 5,000 and 10,000, and you feel like, but if this could get me 10,000, what if I could get something bigger than this? Or whatever, because even in sizes, even in imisebenzi zahluke. That's why ngithi izigubhu ziningi anyeke nizicede bathandekayo. It's just that you need to know what works with you and ihambelana nedlozi lakho. But if you feel like you want ukuthi manje uthwale whereby ufuna into oyibonayo khuluma nayo, now that is a different route on its own, and you need to be mentally and spiritually ready. Uma ungabe you are weak as a person, you will not survive as into, because kunesithatha corner that requires certain things, that you need to do certain things. I remember ngisakhula khona umunye ubaba wayethwele lo baba lona, he lived on milk and bread, and he bekafaka ichapachapa, but uma uyalahlala khona indawo yakhe, hey, it was heaven on earth. And why imfihlo yakhe lento leyo. So you tend to see ukuthi ezinye ithalo zinemithetho yakhona that you need to abide by. Maybe you need to change you. That's why I told her, especially when I was talking about ama-gents and all of those things, because they go and take les ne. Remember what I want you to paint. Guys, I'm going on and on because I'm talking about a lot. There's a lot of things, but I'm trying to paint a picture for you. So remember, let's look at it like that. It's a box, right? A box. Let's say you have a box. A box, lelo. What differs is what's inside. So the container or the vessel of whatever scoop. I can say I have scoop. I have Isthwalo, whatever. I have this, and then ngingahlala nomunye umuntu athi nami nginesithwalo nescoop, but into esuke zikhandiwe ngaphakathi asifani. Angiphili impilo esuke ifana nalo muntu lo, but nginesithwalo sami naye unesithwalo sakhe, or unesigubhu sakhe nami nginesigubhu sami, or whatever the case might be. So the point of mabathi thatha isigubhu, like isigubhu, loosely use the word, it's igona suka ulenzeliwe, so into suka ihlala emsamo. If awunamsamo ubeka la ukhuleka khona, and then kunemigomo nemibandelo on whatever. So coming back to the issue of the guys, so sometimes you find with guys that they end up having multiple sexual partners. That's why you find good in most cases, if umuntu unama business or there's wealth, they are promiscuous or whatever, because whatever they have needs them to sleep around. Or omunye umuntu, whatever you have at that particular time, you need to have sex, with somebody. So you dump whatever you are dumping. Like, I feel the issue of sex, guys, is too serious. It's too personal. It's too sensitive. And I think once people really understand, because a guy can look yummy, scrumptious, and all these other things, and moneyed, but 80% of the time, actually, let's do this, 95% of the time, there is a driving force behind it. I always say, they say behind every successful man, there is a woman. Mina ngisho ngithi, behind every successful man or a woman, there is this gubu somewhere sitting there twerking in the ndumba. There is something, because now, akisho siyahamba siphile and uthola abantu ukuthi siyathakathwa. Umuntu bayakusebenza abantu badlalele enhlanhleni yakho, badlalele emalini yakho, bakwazi ukuthi baboleke imali yakho bayenzini. So isigubhu serves as that, unending bodyguard that you have. That is why ngisho ngithi kusuke kudependa ukuthi sani. If uthatha isilwane leso, it serves empilweni yakho. For example, maybe telling ipogo will work, guys. They will bring you money and they'll give you everything, but you need to know that when you die, your family does not get that wealth. Uyashona. That's why bathi umuntu makashona ushone nezinto zakhe or hamba nento zakhe, and then uthole ukuthi mhlambe kuneyilwane osukusebenzelayo zikulethele leyo nhlanhla, not necessarily inhlala, but it brings you all those things. So basically that wealth that is there, it's necessarily 80% of the time it disappears if not maintained. That is why should you pass on, you need to pass it on to someone that can look after, so that this situation or this spirit or whatever it is that you are using, it is maintained. That is why uthola bengisantshela ngamasonto, your RPC, that is your, these churches, these people have their things. That's why they pass them down to whatever they are passing. They pass them down to the bloodline. It's too much money, guys. It's too much money to the point whereby you can't bank it. That's how too much it is. Imagine sitting and having a room full of money. Imali zikhunte. Like, that is too much money. So abantu abanjalo thola bathatha isithwalo for ibandla abantu, and yes, they have to have isithembu, and yes, they people, you'll find that people, that's why I'm anti-religion, anti-church, because I know you are literally serving, basically you are in someone else's hypnosis because of intasuka hamba ethalela. So if you feel part of that scam of them I'm promising you the riches of the earth, your milk and honey, and the keys and the pin codes to heaven, that is your problem. giving your money because you find that umuntu would rather starve their family but give esontweni like nobody's business. Give even their car. There'll be something that will be driving you to like, I need to give. And if you didn't give, you feel like you're angivanga kahle. Or that's it. Pastors don't like abasebenzi abafundisi. You are the work. You are the 9 to 5. You pay for them. You pay for their luxury life. You pay for everything that they are. They slay all day, every day, go to church, they wear all these fancy brands because of you. You are the ones funding that. And if you are under that, honey, you are in that hypnosis. But asikho. But one thing that frustrates me is that they'll never say, let us give you a piece of what we have. Now uyuphila or noma have the acquired wealth. Because why is it all we have to always look at them? Banis tunzi, kunento, like when they come, you just want to bow. It's those type of things. That is why I need to look at umfundisi running a church nguJesu. And look at umfundiso othwele. There's a huge difference. You find umfundiso okathi ufake isicathulo esitshekile mawuthi sibheka nawo uphathwa yi-stress self you usizi yazi ube upastor ube ungakhona uku-afford izambakhe. God will provide ebathong mudi muthu sa muthu ayithusang ke lefatshe mo ke ko lefatsheng. So we also come back now, kuneyigubhu that people will do for you, and ezithusayo or izithwalo ezithusayo or izinto ezifana njengalezo. And into khona abanye abantu, I've seen these cases most of the time. People take something, ubona masofika endlini ukuthi lento lena, it's something that's actually taking charge of my life. It's either sleeping with you or doing all of those things. So into enjalo, sometimes it's very hard to reverse, especially if uthola umuntu okunikeze into out of greed, because abanye abantu bakulahlela isilwane. So I don't want to live with something that sexually abuses me. That's rape. You imagine being raped to be better in life. Now those are the situations that some people encounter, and some people live with those truths. They will never tell you. Omonya will take Izighubu and have too much money to the point whereby they need to always give to people. Or sorry, I'm usually using the word Izighubu. For Izighubu to be always active, you find with that person is always carrying money, giving, just giving, and you can't give to your family. Mele usukunikeza umuntu ongamazi, a total stranger. So Izighubu nasa on its own, because the money comes in triple fold, but make sure that you give to someone ongana next ongamazi that you've never encountered in your life. Or you do charity and all these other things so that money can circulate. Because guys, remember, money is a spirit. And remember, spirit is energy, and energy needs to connect. So regardless of how your money comes to you, there needs to be a control of the flow of money. So it depends ngomuntu osuke ahambile asuka yofuna lento le. But in most cases, people go out basuke bayenza this decision ukuthi impilo yami ngifuna ibe ngcono, because they now see ukuthi ay ngiyayenza izinto zami, but there's this hold esuke bakhona. Then now we can give you an option of good to know, tata into kanje uyisebenzise ubone should there be progress empilweni yakho, and then kuthi ubona kanjani idlozi lakho lithini or whatever. Kunezinyanga zithwalela abantu whereby othatha isithwalo or Izighubu, but I'll use the word isithwalo. Isithwalo ekuthiwa mhlambe fuze kugcwale ama clients ashaye emnyango ayofika estradini esilandelayo. You find ukuthi there's nobody that has gone to that person that has actually testified healing of some sort, but they go and they drink the same visa. And you find ukuthi mawufika lapha ijacket lakhona lingcole. Hey guys, because before my twisting, I went like I've been around. So uthola ijacket lalo umuntu loyo lingcole, mara sifole from ngo5 ekuseni and umuntu okhona bathi uyofika ngo11 emini. but sifolile because sifuna impilo lo muntu usuka ngithathele and siyadonsa sona ithwala asinandaba siyasebenza nomlethela imali uthi ufuna imali ufuna ukusebenza ufuna abantu and abantu is what you get kunabantu abasuke bathwalela amathwasa kunabantu abasuke when you have a business abanye usuka thatha isithwalo mhlambe kuzinye izinto siyasuke sikhande sifake certain parts like ezeyilwane egate kuye endlini kunezinto futhi asisebenze kunezinto futhi ashise kunezi bese kunwane lento le asuka abhekana nayo esuke imfakela ama client ke ubone you guys are selling the same thing but the next person usuka anganako you know so it differs whatever with what you want. So basically, to the crux of this, I want you to understand that everything is around us. They're telling us to use the laws of the universe, manipulate the energy and all of these things while you're sitting and you think you just I'll manifest all of these things. Honestly, yes, you will manifest those things, but the manifestation does not come easy. But this all of these things engitshela zona into zasemandulo ezakudala ukuthi zazifihliwa vele because kwakuthiwa umuntu omncane noma if you are young of age you cannot take isithwalo into zababa abadala or any of that sort. I sit and tell you today I have experienced from a personal perspective whereby in terms of my family I know I've seen the bad side of it and I've seen I've seen the good side of it, you understand? So I've experienced both and it has also opened my understanding of Isthwalo so now to a certain extent. But all I can tell you, once you go down this route, don't be greedy and you end up sacrificing and selling your soul, end up sacrificing your life. Because if you take something that's going to change who you are, that's going to change your way of life, you need to know that you either sold your soul or you are in a cult or whatever it is. It's there. It's something we cultivate to make sure that it enlightens, illuminates your life. Uyagezeka, ube muhle, ube right, uthande into zakho zibe right. Kube nokuhlangana okuba khona empilweni yakho. Ungabe wena into zakho njalo uyazibamba ziphelele ezandleni. Kube nento othi uyayibamba kubone kune progress. I don't aspire to just having a house, a car, and just a few rents in your bank. I aspire to having izinto ezi, young understander. So there is a lot of Izighubu as corner, guys. I always say that I could sit here and talk about them all the day. Probably 80% of this video I was rambling because I'm trying to get through as much as I can of those things that you will never understand, as you can understand. But the point of the matter is, behind every successful person's story, there is some skubu gumbuzing in them somewhere or something. You can, like literally, if you say you were to invest, guys, business or whatever, or like tell you, everything idinga is segelo sakona. And if umdana Dlozi and whatever it is that you're saying, you know what, now I'm ready to stand up for my life, then if this is the route you want, then you can take it. You understand that? It is what it is. Those things are like, that's bullshit in my eyes. Look at yourself having money. But I'm not saying don't do it. If believe it, it's up to you. But mina, I preach money. I pick Angile Sangoma that is going to preach money to you, preach wealth to you, preach business, preach success, because and at the end of the day, you go up to go down, and the point of the matter is to always fight, push. Impilo, guys, it's not an easy thing. But you need to make sure that within all of that, at least you know what's going on around you. Don't just live nje umuntu oganjani. So you can leave your comments down below and your questions, should you have any, and I'll try and see if I can attend to you. Should it allow, maybe I see good say I'm a questions and actually allow us to have a part 3, then we'll definitely do that and move on to having a part 3 of this video. So remember, without imali, everything idinga imali. Ungahamba ugezela inhlanhla ugezela amandla, but trust me, money is energy. Money on its own iyakuwasha. Money on its own ikulethela amandla umuntu onemali uyahlonipheka, umuntu onemali uyabonakala, umuntu ogezayo, umuntu ovuka really spring water, uyambona ukuthi lona, no, you know what, there's a certain level of soft in this person's life. And money is, you cannot live without money as a person. Hey, you'll suffer until you go to the grave. Now I don't want to be that person. Ithi mhlambe nawo mawushona ushiya abantwana bakho itsinyana ukuthi hey bantwana lana umajamaja lona buye umuntu osiphilisayo like or whatever the case might be. Or if we decide ukuthatha into esebenzisana nedlozi yakho uyamtshela umntana ukuthi, you know what, make sure that niyazi umthetho, niyahlaba if niyahlaba every day or whatever the case might be. Don't be fooled by religion telling you ukuthi we as an African spirituality or whatever it is dark magic. It is nonsense. If you can go back, they practice zonke lezi things engikhuluma ngazo. It's just that we'll never see imsamo. There are always these secret rooms, secret compartments that they have, but they'll never want the public to know about, because angithi, our wealth has been taken away from us and we need to slave for the same wealth that we want to acquire in life. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So I hope we won't sit here and go around in circles about this conversation again. I hope this was fruitful to the heart and the spirit, and you at least have a picture of what happens should you decide to stand up and say, you know what, gogo ngidecida ukuthatha Izighubu, or gogo ngidecida ngifuna ukuyothwala mina, ngifuna ukuba nenyoka, noma ngifuna ukuhlala nabafana abancane abazongisebenzela bangilethele whatever, or noma ngifuna ini, or noma whatever the case might be. Into osuke uyifuna uzomelana nayo. Thina silana ukweluleka ukutshela ukuthi no, you know what, you can get this, or if you want this, then go and get that for whatever. But mina sitting here, I will never give umuntu into ezosuke kusasa imbangele ukufa, ukugula, imbulale, or sex you, or destroy your life. The type of ancestors or amandlozi engihamba nawo, or labantu abasemanzini engihamba nabo, they require purity, they require clean things, they require, you know, into ezismart, bathanda into ezismart. So I have striven to always never cross that line whereby I find myself now having to advise a client to go down that route, because ngiyazi ukuthi by the time I know where that route leads. Amanye is trying to tell you you're gonna live until the age of 20. Now you need to sell your 20 your iminyaka yokuphila to Izighubu. So if you're gonna live until 20, or Izighubu sisebenze 10 years, so it takes 10 years of your existence. So anya kusafika ku-20 uzophila until ube na 10. So the other 10 years, it's this Izighubu that's gonna live for you. So dingathusa abantu beyindumbe ithusayo, or umuntu akhulume fast angakwezi ukuthi uze ukuthi uthini, or ubone nje ubaba omdala ufaka amabhayo nezikhumbe 100, and now you feel like, yo, let me run and take this thing, because you feel like if you don't take it, or you're afraid to ask or whatever, make sure that you ask, because at the end of the day uzokhipha imali yakho. At the end of the day, lento lena is going to become part of your life, and should kusasa into yakhona maybe ubone ukuthi I can't do this, you know, I can't do this. Into enjalo umuntu futhi akwazi ukuthi akusize futhi to unlock that. So there are good, clean wealth, riches, and there are riches that are acquired through a dark light. So it is up to you. It is up to you really as a person ukuthi wena uthathani. But I hope this video was insightful, and that you're gonna open your eyes and you're gonna see things differently and realize ukuthi life is not black and white. A lot of things, whatever the case might be, you know. I mean, I've you know, for example, I've had people that even but tatele isn't to be known, to be popular, to be moneyed, and all of these things. So that's why I need to say it differs with client to client. Umuntu menzela into esukifahamba naye. Omunye umuntu just wants, you know, whatever they want. Ihamba nawe. I don't say umuntu no thatha Izighubu and be like me. No, thatha Izighubu and live your best life. Masikusebenzele, go and flourish, because that is why I'm here. I'm a healer. Impilo yam, my gift is useless to me. It's for me to help and heal others. To me, my gift is like It's like a new week. I can, so to me, my gift can never, be of any assistance. I am here for people. I am here to assist people. So I hope this video was insightful, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming again to my YouTube channel and viewing my video. I'd just like to let people know that there are a couple of people that were cancelled in the previous week that needed to go emanzini in this coming week. Please note that my assistant will reach out to each and every one of you, but this week we are not working the whole week. I'm not working the whole week, so it's just a selected dates that I'll be la in Dumbeni. I'm taking consultations, but we are on our last appointments for the month of June, and anything else that will be taking is for the month of July. So kindly note that if you're going to be reaching out to my work line, it's going to be appointments for July, because we are approaching July. So I'm no longer taking anything for the month of June. So I'm wrapping up all my June clients, all the June work, and so that we are able to focus on the month of July. But to each and every one of you, to some of you, I'll be seeing you in Dumbeni, but to each and every one of you, thank you so much for coming through to viewing this video. Don't forget to leave your comments down below and like this video. Do share also this YouTube channel, and don't forget, this is your channel as well. This channel wouldn't be possible without you coming to view here. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your private space, wherever you're watching this video from. A toilet, a camera, officing, if you want to make your life better and are making a decision to do better by yourself, take a moment and just reflect on your life and decide, you know what, Gogo? I am Pobadimo, advocate of Dlozi, Ugogo, Unkomi Ahlaba, Umama Gozweli, no Punjununes, and I'll see you on our next video of Dlozi Chats. Thokozani.